Imagine a world lost in time, a mystical land of advanced civilizations and powerful relics, hidden beneath the waves for thousands of years. This was Atlantis, a legendary utopia described by the philosopher Plato. But for some, Atlantis was more than myth. It was an obsession. The Nazis, guided by strange ideologies, embarked on a chilling quest to uncover the lost city, believing it held the keys to an ancient Aryan race. Welcome to one of history's strangest hunts for secrets buried in legend. For centuries, Atlantis has sparked curiosity and debate. Plato described it as a civilization that vanished around 9,000 years before his time. A powerful society that ultimately met its doom in a catastrophic flood. In the early 20th century, Atlantis was still considered nothing more than a myth, but in Nazi Germany, it became something else entirely. Influential thinkers within the Nazi Party believed that Atlantis wasn't just a myth, but a real place, and that its people were the ancestors of the Aryan race. The quest for Atlantis quickly transformed into a mission of racial and ideological significance. One of the main figures behind the Nazi pursuit of Atlantis was Heinrich Himmler, head of the infamous SS and the driving force behind Erupts, a Nazi organization focused on uncovering ancient secrets. Officially, Erupts was tasked with researching Germanic history, but its ambitions extended far beyond. Himmler and his followers believed in an alternate history, where the Aryans were descendants of a superior, ancient civilization. To them, finding Atlantis wasn't just an intellectual exercise, it was a search for evidence that could legitimize their twisted racial theories. Many within the Nazi regime were drawn to occult theories that blurred the lines between science and myth, influenced by ideas from esoteric texts and fringe theories. Some Nazis believed Atlantis could be located in places as far-reaching as Antarctica, the Himalayas, or even the North Sea. They theorized that ancient Aryan knowledge might be hidden in these remote regions, preserved in symbols or artifacts that only true believers could decipher. This mixture of pseudoscience and occult beliefs drove a series of strange and costly expeditions to uncover evidence of an Aryan past. One of the strangest ventures was an expedition to Tibet, led by an SS officer named Ernst Schaefer. Schaefer and his team were tasked with proving the existence of ancient Aryans who had supposedly influenced Tibetan culture, while their stated mission involved studying local wildlife and anthropology. The underlying agenda was clear. Nazi anthropologists even measured skulls, aiming to link Tibetans to Aryan ancestry. But these missions, often shrouded in secrecy, failed to yield any meaningful evidence of an Aryan Atlantis connection. The boundaries between science and propaganda became disturbingly blurred. Perhaps the most bizarre theory was that Atlantis lay beneath the ice of Antarctica. Some Nazi mystics believed that a secret civilization had survived under the Antarctic ice cap, an ancient stronghold of an advanced Aryan race. This idea led to Operation High Jump, an expedition that took place after the war, connected to the Nazi pursuit. It fueled conspiracy theories that Nazis had established a base in Antarctica to protect their secrets. Even today, the myth of an icy Atlantis continues to intrigue conspiracy theorists and mystery seekers alike. Why were the Nazis so obsessed with Atlantis? For them, Atlantis was a powerful symbol of a glorious, lost civilization that they sought to resurrect. In the Nazi worldview, Atlantis represented the origins of a pure race. Through their pseudo-scientific missions, they aimed to weave mythology and propaganda into a justification for their racial policies and ambitions. The hunt for Atlantis thus became a disturbing blend of mythology and hate-fueled, served their purposes. Even if it meant distorting history, the Nazi search for Atlantis has left a haunting legacy in modern conspiracy theories. The fascination with hidden civilizations, secret bases, and ancient technology persists in popular culture. From novels to movies, Atlantis remains a symbol of mystery and power. And while these stories capture the imagination, they're a reminder of how myths can be manipulated for darker purposes. The Nazi hunt for Atlantis stands as a warning of how easily Pseudo-history can be weaponized, blurring fact and fiction in dangerous ways. The story of the Nazi hunt for Atlantis is more than just a bizarre chapter in history. It's a tale of how deeply humans are drawn to myths and how far some are willing to go to make those myths real. In the end, the Nazis never found Atlantis, and their pseudo-scientific theories were debunked. But the allure of lost civilizations, hidden knowledge, and buried truths remains strong. Atlantis is, perhaps, a story that reflects our eternal fascination with the unknown.